Seriously, almost all through my career, I felt like I was always away. I was working out, I was only home about 50% of the year. At the start of 2020, I was living in Japan, away from my family. They were here in New Zealand, going about my work as a rugby player, and all of a sudden they were closing the borders and COVID hit. So I rushed back to be with my family, and I've been here ever since. Obviously there's some frustrations about not being able to finish the season in Japan, with my teammates. But, the light at the end of the tunnel was, I was able to come back and spend time with my family, something I hadn't done a lot over the last couple of years. I actually never really thought that I was going to be an All Black. It was always just a dream, a bit of a fantasy. They were my heroes. I'd be out in the backyard pretending to score tries like John Kirwan. Yeah, I want to be an All Black, but I never actually thought I'd be an All Black. Because coming from a little country town like Southbridge, 700 people, that's not where All Blacks are supposed to come from. Fast forward 2003, I made my All Black debut. That day was where my dream became a reality, and it was one of the most special days of my life. Something very unique and special about the All Blacks is just the amazing history that's gone before us. You're just a custodian of the jersey. It's not yours, you're not going to play forever, so your time is limited. So make the most of it. Add to the All Black legacy. From that first day, I remember walking off the field, I was like, man, I just got a taste of All Black rugby. I don't want to be another All Black that plays a couple of games. I want to be an All Black great. And that's, ever since that first game, it's like, right, that's my goal. I guess to be the highest point scorer in rugby, I just feel like I'm extremely fortunate to have played in some amazing All Black sides. We were scoring tries, I was getting a lot of conversions, a lot of kicks, because of the team that I played for. So it was never really a driving factor for me, but now I'm kind of at the other end of my career, and I often look back and reminisce, and it's actually something I'm really proud of, because I know how much work and effort and time I put into my kicking, my skills, just basically rugby in general. 198 points is pretty awesome. I still remember I missed a kick in my last game in the World Cup final. It would have been quite nice to get the clean 1,600 points, but I can probably remember my missed kicks more clearly than all the kicks I did get throughout my career. To play in 4 World Cups, and 3 of them were unsuccessful for me personally. 2011 we won it, but I got injured before the playoff stages, so I didn't feel like I'd been a part of that winning team. But then to finish on my terms and be a part of a team that made history by winning back-to-back World Cups, to get that fulfillment of felt like I'd been able to contribute to a lot more to this winning World Cup team. And it was a bit of a fairy tale finish, to be honest, and in sport you don't often get those fairy tale finishes. Going back to a little 5-year-old, Dan Carter, I never thought that I'd be travelling outside of New Zealand, let alone living in different countries. Still remember my first trip to Europe at the All Blacks 2004, being in the fashion capitals in Italy and France, and I was sort of walking around the streets, it just blew me away. I still remember on that trip in Paris, walking down the Champs-Elysees, my jeans, my jandals. I walk into a Louis Vuitton store. Security guard follows me all through the shop. He honestly thought I was going to steal something. I was like, bucket this, I'm going to start shopping around, trying some stuff on. So within half an hour, I was drinking champagne and trying a few different clothes on. Ended up buying my first ever Louis Vuitton jacket, and kind of walked out of the store, sort of eyeballed the security guard, kind of wanting to give him the finger, but I was like, what were you doing following me around, man? I could afford this. Went back to my hotel room and I was like, what have you just done, man? You can't afford this. What, you absolute muppet. When you're a professional sports person, it can be just so consuming. You know, having to deal with the day-to-day pressures of performing at the highest level, being known in the public. So I feel like you need some escapes or balance, and fashion was a part of that for me. Music was a big part of that as well. I guess the thing that drew me to fashion was being able to travel around the world and just see how different it was. You grow up as a young sort of teenager in New Zealand, you think, okay, cool, got my my cherry docks and my black jeans and my dirty dog sunglasses, my favourite rugby jersey, and that's fashion, And then you actually go overseas and you just see how different it can be in different parts of the world. The Japanese fashion, in particular the men's fashion, is just on another level. Just the way they're able to express themselves, through colour, prints, design. They're groundbreaking designers that you can take a lot of inspiration from. It's crazy how this little sort of country kid has sort of been able to travel the world and live, and just some of the experiences that I've been involved in, whether it's fashion shows or sporting events, and sort of mixing and mingling with some of the most well-known people in the world. I often sort of pinch myself and kind of look around and go, man, what the hell am I doing here? But then I kind of go back to I'm able to enjoy those moments because of how much sort of hard work and dedication. It's all off the back of rugby, that's it. Yeah, I'm still working through what's next, through everything that's happening in the world right now. It's actually nice just to kind of reset and take a bit of time out. I probably had my priorities wrong at certain stages over the last couple of years, and for me it's all about family now. Everything just feels right, very settled, and just love being home.